This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. First carry for James Conner, and not too much go. There as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
Check safety, check safety. Hot, hot, hot. Let's go now. Big, big. Run.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good that it's caught at the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 61 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brees. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
12, 21. 11.
They do go for it. It's Brees. And he's going to go down again. Javon Hargrave with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Pittsburgh Steelers working their way back out here on offense. Last week, a much-needed win for Steeler Nation. Now they're at 2-2-1, so we'll see what the future holds. But, you know, things have not been, shall we say, harmonious so far in Pittsburgh.
Well, I think that the harmony started to get recreated in the win against Atlanta. Antonio Brown had a big day, finally got into the end zone with a touchdown catch. He and Big Ben Roethlisberger back on the so-called same page, singing from the same hymnal, shall we say. And that team really played well, but the flip side of it is their defense had been giving up a lot of points. They held the high-flying Atlanta Falcons to 17. That bodes well for the future, too.
And the Wi-Fi wasn't so spotty in that game. It was pretty good reception. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Got it.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Look at the spin. Balance. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third and long, it's Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Got it.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Got it.
On second down, Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Javon Hargrave getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And Lutz's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out come the Steelers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They've got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in a run game. No gain.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Jack 16. Monday. Hey! Big, big.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 53 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 8. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
21. 5-8. Over. Open. 21.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
21.
Breeze now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
He's going to rifle one deep left, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Roethlisberger now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on fourth down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And Ginn's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Got it.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 47 yards. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. Now Breeze. And it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety.
And the pressure gets to him again. Alex Okafor in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 40. Breeze now to throw. Steps away to his left. And some room to work. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
11, 13, 12, 12, 21, 21, 95, 56.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
11.
Now Breeze got to have this one. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. It's back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Like 30.
On second down, it's Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He's back to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here we go.
Breeze now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He'll look to throw. Ginn has it complete. Ted Ginn's gonna go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn with time running out. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just...
He's got a man complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.